Hi guys, it's your girl Tank. Whoa, hey. Okay, so this video is gonna be a time where I got raped. Boom. It's emotional, but baby, I'm a beast. They don't call me Tank for nothing. Anyways, let's get into the video. So this was when my mom was married to this man, and you know, I was like 6 years old. It lasted for 3 years, so I was 6, 7, 8, 9. Boom. It all really started because my mom and him used to argue like a lot. They used to argue like every single day, and I guess they got tired of it, and he came to me for some reason. Like, I don't know, like, I'm only 6 years old. Like, why are you doing this to me? Like, what is your reasons? And so fast forward, it started with a game called Touch. Okay, and this is when he used to touch my coo and my boo, and he used to make me touch his doo. And so, like, my brother used to get out of school at 5. I used to get out of school at 3. My mom used to get off of work at 6. He used to get off of work at 1. So it was just us in the room by ourselves. And so, like, we used to always have that period together till my brother get out of school. And so we used to play the game called Touch. And you know, I'm a kid, so yeah, let's go play a game called Touch. Yeah, bitch, let's go play a game called Touch. I want to play this game. I like this game. And so the game started to get a little bit too explicit for me. Like, at first it was just like touchy, rubby, touch this, touch that, touch, a game called Touch. And then so he started pulling out his and he was like, turn around. Like, at first he just made me touch it with it in his pants, but he pulled it out, bitch. He pulled it out, and he was like, touch it, rub it, show me. Okay, it's a game called Touch. And then, like, he used to tell me to turn around, bend over, and he used to, like, you know, but he didn't used to like try to, you know, put it in, but he used to like rub it. Like, y'all know what I'm talking about. He used to rub it while I was bent over, like rub it. And I was like, I don't like this game Touch, this and that. And so a year passed of him doing that to me. One day I finally went to go tell my mom. And she had just got out of work. I ran to the car. Before she got in the house, I ran in the car to her car. I was like, Mom, I gotta tell you something. Mom, I have to tell you something. Mom, I have to tell you something. And she was like, okay, what is it? She said, get in the car. She drove us around the corner to a thing called the pond. We used to call it the pond because it was like a big old pond. And then it used to be like a gazebo where people get married at. So we'd be like, bitch, we gotta go to the pond, bitch. Okay, bitch, I'll meet you at the pond. And yeah, stuff like that. So she drove me to the pond. And then we sat in the car. She cut the lights off.
You got it?
And I was like, Mom, he's hurting me. He likes to play a game called Touch, and I don't like it anymore. I feel like I'm getting too big, and he's starting to like really hurt me. And she was like, a game called Touch? Where did he touch you at? And I pointed to the places. I was like, right here, and da. And then so I guess she wanted to talk to him, and like after that he started like not really talking to me, keeping his distance from me. He like was acting so different, like so different. And so he stopped for like a couple of months. It was like a couple of months he stopped. And then like it got better like for a couple of months, and that's when it started all over again. It started right back. But now it was worse. It was like more aggressive. Like, he wasn't just trying to play touch, baby. He was trying to play stick and run. Fuck is you talking about? Like, it got so much worse. And like at the time, He told me, he was like, if you tell your mama again, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna kill her, I'm gonna kill your brother, I'm gonna kill all y'all. Ain't none of y'all gonna be able to tell nobody else. Da, 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 da. So me, I'm only 8. I'm listening. Like, yeah, okay, I'm not gonna do it no more. I'm not gonna do it no more. Like, I promise I'm not gonna tell her. I'm not gonna tell her. And so, like, it started escalating more. When I say it got worse, it started escalating. Like, he started pulling his thing out. Like, he actually started pulling his thing out and making me touch it and making me, like, you know, y'all know what I'm talking about. I can't say that on camera, but he started making me, you know, do those type of things. And one day he told me to bend over, and I felt something hard rub it against me. And I was like, what is my head? I'm just like, what is that? Like, what is this that I'm feeling? So my necklace done came off. L for Leo Beach. Okay, but anyways, like, where was I at? Damn, I always distract my own damn self. Like, bitch, where was you at in the story? Okay, yeah, it started getting worse, and then I started feeling like something hard, and like, I didn't like it. Like, I really didn't like it. And so I came up with a tactic. That's what I did. I came up with a tactic. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do this, and if he keep touching me, then he's just disgusting. Like, I started peeing on myself and boo-booing on myself when I got out of school, so that I have to get in the tub and I have to soak my body so I can wait on my brother to get out of school, you know? And I used to like do that every single day. Like, when I used to walk home with my friends, like, I used to walk them to their house and stuff. Like, I really did not want to go home. Like, I really did not want to go home. Like, I walked my friend, bitch, let's go to the candy house, bitch. Okay, bitch, let's go, bitch. I ain't got nothing in my pocket, bitch. A quarter, bitch, a dime, bitch, even a penny. I didn't give a fuck. I was on my way to the candy house because I didn't want to go home. Okay.
Missy! Missy!
This is my baby, y'all.
Oh, she's talking about this my baby.
Hi. Why are you looking like that? Hey, looking at me. Her out there, but don't mind it, don't mind it. And then, like, you know, eventually I have to go home. And so when I used to go home with the pee on me and the boo-boo on me, he used to be like, you nasty. Like, you too old to be doing that to yourself. Take your butt up in there and go take a bath. Like, that's disgusting. Like, you're nasty. And he used to tell my mama. My mama used to whoop me every day. Like, stop boo-booing on yourself. Stop peeing on yourself. And I'm just looking at her like, mama, like, if you just knew. Like, if you just knew why. Like, I told you at first. But, like, you should get the hints. Like, you're my mom. Our love is supposed to be, you know, me and your love is supposed to be up here. A man love supposed to be down here. Baby, you supposed to take my side. I'm feeling like this right now. Like, he up here and I'm down here, bitch. Like no. And then so I stopped using it on myself. And then one day I came home and he was naked. He was waiting on me. He was naked. He was waiting on me. And like, all I could do, I just started crying. Like, I did not want this to happen. And so he started doing other stuff, and not with, like, no touch. Like, he threw the touch game out the window. Like, bitch, we wasn't playing touch no more. Like, I don't know what we were playing, but we wasn't playing touch. And then so he started giving me that tap. And so this is like new feelings for me, because I'm only 8 years old. This is new feelings for me. I'm like, what is he doing? Like, what is this feeling that he's giving me? And this and that. And so eventually I started liking it, because, you know, that's an orgasm, you know, like, it's an orgasm. And so I started liking it. And then one day he actually tried to go the whole 9 yards, and like, he put his doo-doo, my coo. And so it really hurt it, and it started bleeding. And like, all I could do was cry. All I could do was cry. And then one day, like, he would do it every day and like try to make it open so it could fit his, you know, thing. And then one day it finally went all the way in, And like he was just going and going and going. I was crying and crying and crying. My brother finally got out of school, and he ran in there. He was like, "What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? Get off my sister, this and that." And he ran to the bathroom, and I ran to the closet, and I just balled up. I was butt naked. I balled up, and I just started crying. I put my hands in my face, and I just started crying. And then my brother came in there, and he wrapped the blanket over me, and he grabbed me, and he ran me outside. And he was like, "Why you letting him do that to you? If I would have knew, I would have beat his ass and this and that." And I was like, it's okay, and this and that. Don't tell mama, please don't tell mama, don't tell nobody, because he said if I tell somebody, he's gonna kill us and this and that. And he was like, no. I said, please, just give me time. I can handle it. I'm gonna handle it. And then like a couple of days later, I handled it. So I went to school. Y'all hear that? There's people being ghetto and doing all the extra, trying to show off their motorcycle and stuff. But anyways, I had finally went to school. Ugly at their bike. Anyways, I finally went to school, and I told my teacher, her name was Mrs. Anderson. That's my nigga. Like, I'll be going up there every single day and checking on her, like you saved me, like you can save me. So I went and talked to my teacher named Miss Anderson, and I told her everything, and like she looked like she wanted to cry. And like one day I came to school, and I was ready for school, I had my backpack, I had my fresh feet, I had my shirt that said field day, because it was field day, it was the end of the year. My shirt said field day, and I rode my heelys all the way to school, baby. I was gone, heeled all the way to the school. When I had got to the school, I took my little heelys out the little thing and put it in my backpack, I was ready. I walked to the classroom like, hey, it's field day. All the other kids like, hey, it's field day. And like, we was ready to line up. And so when we was getting ready to line up, a Caucasian lady came to me, and she was like, are you Denisha? I was like, yeah. You finna take me out there so I go bounce a little things, give me some cotton candy, give me some popcorn? She was like, no ma'am, just come with me. And I was like, bitch, am I in trouble, bitch? Like, I was on my best behavior for the whole year. Like, I deserve this field day. Like, what's going on? And then so she put me into the office, and then when I went into the office, like, everybody was staring at me, and like, that was a different feeling. I was like, why is everybody just looking at me like that? Like, do I got something printed on my forehead that say, look at Tank? Like, quit fucking staring at me. And so the lady was talking to the lady that was in the office, and I guess she was trying to take me, and I was like, y'all finna let this random lady take me? Like, this ain't my mama. Do you see my skin? You see her skin? Like, why you letting me go with her? Like, what are you doing? And so I eventually had to go with the lady. They was like, yeah, you have to go with her, this and that. It's okay, you're coming right back. And like, I wanted to cry because I wanted to play. You know, it was field day, the end of the school year, and you know, I was finna be in intermediate. I skipped the part. This one I had turned 9. I'm sorry. I was in 4th grade, and I was finna go to intermediate, and this was like the last elementary field day, so I really wanted to go, but I couldn't go because I had to go with her. And she took me to this place. It was downtown. It was nice, and it had like a whole bunch of kids in there. And like, they put me into this office, and they had like a picture, like a picture of a kid with the arms like this and the legs open, and then they told me, like, they was like, tell me where he touched you. And like, I colored where he touched me, like all the places where he touched me, and they put another picture in front of me, and it was like the back part of the kid, and it was like, color where he touched you. So I colored where he touched me, and like, they was looking like they was like, are you serious? Like, they gave me that look like, are you serious? Finally, I stayed there for like an hour. They were talking to me, asking me all these questions and this and that. I stayed there for like an hour. And then the lady that had got me finally took me back to the school. It was already like close to the end of the day. Like, I missed field day. Bitch, I was ready for nothing. My wheels in my backpack looking sad, because bitch, I rode them bitches all the way from home to school. Like, I was just in a bad mood. And then I seen my mom in the office, and she was just sitting in a chair, And she was like waiting on me, and I was like, Ronnie, nah, 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 nah. And then the lady grabbed my mama and put her to another office, and it was like a glass door, like in that office where I could still see my mama, and my mama was standing like right in front of the office door, like I could see her. And I guess the lady told her everything, and all I see was my mama break down in tears, just crying and everything. And I'm just like, oh my God, what did I do? Oh my God, I hope he don't kill my mama. I hope he don't kill me. Oh my God, like I was so scared. And so my mama came to me, she hugged me, she held me, she was like, I'm so sorry, and I didn't mean for all of this to happen, and oh my God, my tanky wanky, oh my goodness. When my mama had grabbed me and she was crying, I started crying too, because you know when your mom cry, you cry. So I was crying too. I was like, oh, he told me if I told you he was gonna kill you and me. My daddy had came and got me, and then when I got in the car with him, he was crying, and I was like, everybody knows, like what? So they told my mama to go home, like act like everything's normal. My brother didn't even know all this was going on because he was still in school. And so they told my mama to go home, act normal. My brother acting normal automatically because he don't know what's going on. And so my mama told me that he was trying to kiss on her and this and that, try to rub on her, like he knew something was wrong, because he never really just do that, because they used to fight every single day. And so he finally like I guess he like started to know, because he heard something at the door. It was like boom 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 boom, open the door, boom boom boom. Only reason why I know this because my mama told me, boom boom boom, open the door, da da da. He tried to run to the backyard, but they was like, they had the house surrounded, so he was already caught, and like he was already handcuffed, and he was walking to the car. Like he couldn't even explain, like you already know what you did. You can't even say, why am I getting arrested for this and that. He didn't say none of that. He just walked onto the car. Fast forward. Okay, they was getting me ready for court. So this is like kids court. They had the little robe on me, girl. I was getting ready, girl. I was like, hey, I'm finna be a judge. I was like, this is what the judge do. This is where the judge sit, this and that. And then that's when it was like, are you gonna be ready to tell your story? Bitch, tell my story, bitch. I done told my story like 16 times. Like, why am I still telling this story? Like, dang, I'm getting tired of reminiscing on this. Like, and it was like, they have to put him away for a long, long time. And this and that. And I was like, I have to talk in front of him? Like, he's going to be there? And it was like, yeah. Like, I started crying. I was like, no. Like, no. So they finally talked me down. So I got ready for court, bitch. I was anything. And so the next day, it was time for court. And I walked up in there and I was ready, but they told me that court was canceled because he took a plea deal. And like, my mama started crying. I was like, why is she crying for? Like, that's good. I ain't got to go tell my side of the story. Like, I'm good. And so she started crying. And like, now I get it, because he could have got more time. Like, he took a plea deal because he didn't want, you know, a 9-year-old girl to go up there and tell her story about what happened to her, about what that man did to me, and why I was 6 all the way to 9. Like, no, he didn't want that. He wanted the short period, so he took a plea deal. And so fast forward, my mama had finally approached him. She was like, she visited him in prison, and she was like, why did you do that to my daughter? He wanted an innocent version of her. So you choose a 6-year-old girl. Okay, so my thing for the die, so I have to shorten the video. So yeah, that was the story of the time, you know, that happened to me. And like, he was planning to get out in 2015. So I don't know if he out. I don't know if he's still in there. Like, I don't know. But I forgave him, and I just moved on with my life. You know, that's the best thing to do. Like, move on with your life, live life. Like, don't let something like that keep you down. Like, forgive that person. You can forgive them, but you was never gonna forget. You're never gonna forget. So you can always forgive that person and just move on with your life. Like, that's the best thing that you can do. Like, really, it really is. But yo, baby, this has been my first video. Whoa, wait. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I'll be making some more videos soon. Comment below some more stuff y'all want me to talk about, or comment some questions. If y'all got some questions for me, comment down there. Comment down there. But yeah, like this video, subscribe, and comment down below. Add me on Instagram at _tankbeloved. And yeah, thanks for watching.